My name is Dr. Sally Lopez, the high school principal. Welcome to Northern Senior Award Ceremony. We're all very pleased to honor our outstanding seniors this evening. At this time, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. It's my pleasure to introduce our superintendent, Dr. James Saruda.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Northern Burlington. Welcome to our Senior Awards. It's an exciting night. It's a fun night. Administrators and faculty, seniors, enjoy it. Welcome. Dr. Lopez, the administrators, support staff, thank you so much for putting the night together. It looks simple, but a lot of work goes into it, so thank you. Northern Burlington has the unique opportunity to service the active military from the Joint Base McGuire-Dix Lakehurst. It's been one of the highlights in my career as an educator here at Northern Burlington to have that relationship with the Joint Base. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to ask our active military, our first responders, our retired military, to please stand and be recognized so that we can all thank you. So, about a month ago, I bought a new cell phone. And that new cell phone cost more than my first car. As a matter of fact, it cost twice as much as my first car. I have it in my pocket here. And all I took from it is that, you know, things are changing quickly, time goes by quickly, and we all ask the question, where does the time go? So to the seniors, I guarantee you that every one of your parents, your grandparents, your friends, relatives that are in this room tonight, they're all asking themselves, wow, he's graduating. Where'd the time go? Graduated. And you folks, as seniors, you're probably saying, wow, 4 years. That went by quickly. Joe is graduating already. Ann is graduating already. You guys are graduating already. I just can't believe how quickly time passed. But let me tell you about time passing quickly and what that means. There are parents in this room, I believe, there are parents in this room that were students here when I was superintendent, right? There's a problem, yep, raising your hands, you remember that. So if you want to talk about time going by quickly, just picture this. You're going to go on to college or the service, you're going to get a job, whatever happens when you graduate, maybe you'll eventually get married, and then you'll have a kid, and then that kid will go all the way through Northern and be a senior in high school, and Dr. Saruda is going to be standing here welcoming you back. That's probably your worst nightmare. Let me tell you this. I'm very, very proud of the senior class. I'm proud of their character, the year that they had. It's funny when you look at what happens during a school year, academic competitions, the accomplishments, the scholarships that they're receiving tonight, what they do on the field of competition in sports, how they perform on the stage. Every once in a while, just a real dynamic class comes through Northern Burlington. Folks, you're a dynamic class that went through Northern Burlington. Congratulations. So tonight, I'm just going to ask you to pause, relax, enjoy the evening. Before you know it, it's going to be a memory, and hopefully years from now, it'll be something you can recall as one of your happier memories here at Northern Burlington. I sincerely wish you my best. Thank you.
Before we begin the award ceremony, I just want to go over some logistics with you. So the presenters will come up on this side, and the students receiving the awards will come up on this side. And up here we have room for all seniors who are present this evening. All seniors, regardless of whether you may be receiving an award or not, this is where we have for seniors. So you can all be together. And at this time, please make sure that you shut your cell phones off. Okay, thank you. Without further ado, Dr. Saruda again.
Okay, so I wasn't nervous before, but now I'm really nervous because my cell phone's in my pocket and I didn't turn it off. So I just hope nobody calls me right now. It's an honor that I have the opportunity to give the Northern Burlington Junior Air Force Scholarship Award. This is the Dr. James Saruda Northern Burlington Junior Air Force ROTC Scholarship Award. After more than 20 years of trying to bring the Air Force Junior ROTC to Northern Burlington, last year the district received its first official notification. Suffice it to say, it was a hard get. Tonight we celebrate the second year of Northern Burlington's Air Force Junior ROTC Unit NJ 2017-1. The Air Force JROTC is a program offered in schools across the country, and it prepares young men and women to become leaders in their respective communities and citizens of character. Last year, my wife Alexis and I decided that the Northern Burlington Air Force JROT Scholarship would be a nice way to give back a little bit to Northern Burlington. For personal reasons, it made perfect sense. Kelly Kahn, please come to the stage. We created the scholarship inspired by my in-laws, both members of the greatest generation. Stan Grabowski, a technical sergeant in the 101st Airborne, served in World War II at the Battle of the Bulge. It was there he earned a Purple Heart and a Bronze Star. And his wife, Catherine, who was best known, she worked in the Philadelphia Navy Yard during World War II. She was a true Rosie the Riveter. So I'm pleased to give the NB Air Force ROT Scholarship to Cadet Captain Kelly Kahn. Kelly was named Gray Squadron Commander and has led the Corps staff in New Jersey 2017 for the duration of the school year. Kelly first heard about Air Force JROTC as an 8th grader in Kaiserslautern Middle School in Germany. How'd I do with that? Close? Whatever. As NB's Color Guard Commander, Kelly presented the very first Color Guard here at Northern Burlington. She received the TREA, the Retired Enlisted Award for Leadership, has been inducted into Kitty Hawk, the Junior ROTC Academic Honor Society, and has served as the JROTC Relay for Life Captain. Kelly's goal is to commission into the Air Force as an officer and to do so in the medical field. Kelly and her two siblings grew up in a military family, and I thank Kelly's dad for his service. It is my sincere pleasure to recognize you with this scholarship. I wish you the best of luck as you continue your studies next year at New Mexico State University. Congratulations.
The Friends of Northern Drivers Scholarship Award in the amount of $300 will be presented by Ms. Donna Hawley.
Hi, I am Mrs. Hawley. I am giving this scholarship to Catherine Liebetsky. Lemansky. I said it right. Lemansky.
The Major Thomas B. McGuire Foundation Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 will be presented by Mr. Al Kernagas.
My name's Al Kernagas. I'm the Vice President of the Major Thomas B. McGuire Jr. Memorial Foundation. I'd like to present the Foundation Scholarship to Jeffrey Alcalde. I guess he didn't know, huh? You were surprised. Thank you.
The Claire Ross Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $500 will be presented by Mr. Robert Ross.
Good evening and congratulations to all those receiving awards tonight. The Claire Ross Memorial Scholarship is in memory of my wife, Claire, who was a dedicated and caring teacher for over 25 years. We award this scholarship annually to a student who will be studying education and pursuing a teaching career. We hope this year's recipient will find teaching as rewarding a career as Claire did. And this year's recipient is Katerina Bertrand.
The Devin Lucas Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $3,000 will be awarded by Mr. William Lucas and Ms. Renee Schneider.
We're here tonight to present the Devin Lucas Memorial Scholarship. I'm Devin's dad, and this is Devin's godmother here with me tonight. And this is the 11th year we presented this award to a Northern Burlington Greyhound senior. And Devin was the type of young man who enjoyed helping people all of his life, short as it was. And he would get an immense amount of pleasure, I'm sure, out of still being able to help people achieve their dreams and goals through his memorial scholarship. And tonight, we'll present this award to the recipient of the Devin Lucas Memorial Scholarship, and that person's name is
Joseph Campbell. The Four Seasons at Mapleton Civic Association Scholarship in the amount of $700 is presented by Mr. Ken Tomko.
I'm proud to give this scholarship on behalf of the Mapleton Civic Association to Lindsay Mishi.
the Bordentown Elks Scholarships, the Bordentown Rotary Scholarships in various amounts, $1,000, $500, and two again at $1,000, will be presented by Mrs. Ellen Benowitz.
Okay, Dr. Cerrito, you talked about how long and how fast time flies. I did my student teaching here. Okay, long before you were superintendent. Okay, you notice I'm not telling you what year. I then came back when I was raising my little ones and was a long-term sub here for somebody named Rosary Monahan. Some of the grandparents may remember her. Okay, as a faculty member at Mercer County Community College, one of my responsibilities was Future Business Leaders of America. So for 18 years, I also had a relationship with Northern Burlington. You have a wonderful FBLA club. We had lots of state officers. So when I've been asked to come and present, I'm always excited. And the scholarships this year for the Elks and for Rotary. Both of our organizations are service organizations. So when we evaluate students, we certainly look at academic achievement. We look at scholastic aptitude. We look at standardized testing. We look at all those things. But the most important thing that we're looking at is your community service. What did you do to give back? And I am delighted that the students that earned these awards were academically sound, but they were also very active in the community. So for the Elks, the first scholarship winner is Hamza Islam. And the second is Derek Hubbard. I'll make you walk the middle. Congratulations, and you know you've got your money before.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And you got your money already.
Yeah.
I'm still a little gun shy. Okay, I do have to put this back. Okay, and for Rotary, and the criteria, again, is scholastic aptitude as well as community service. The first winner is Catherine Perrone. Congratulations. And the next winner is Nicolina Zapley. I'm fine. As I said, it was my pleasure to do this, and just one last aside. When I was here during my long-term sub, the school was on split sessions. So that's taken you back a long time. Congratulations to all the award winners.
The Irvin V. Hamilton Post 26 American Legion Scholarship. There are two of them in the amount of $500, and they will be presented by Mr. Andrew Law.
Catherine Perone, you got to come back up here. Come on. And Ryan, is it Fieg? Post 26 has been around. It's going on to its 100th year for Post 26 in Bordentown, New Jersey. And it was started by a bunch of guys who really took care of World War I. And so we're still in operation, and we're doing well. And I have to read this for these wonderful students here because it really tells you a little bit about what the Post thinks about this school and you of this class. It's just fantastic. So just a couple seconds. This is in further recognition of the possession of those high qualities of courage, honor, leadership, patriotism, scholarship, and service which are necessary to the preservation and protection of the fundamental institutions of our government and the advancement of society. So to you, thank you very much. I tried to grab you, but the past speaker kept talking. I said, I got to grab you. So Catherine, thank you very much. Okay. And Ryan. Where do you want me to go? Right in the middle?
The Springfield Township Education Association Scholarship in the amount of $500 will be presented by Ms. Patty Sepsi and Ms. Sandy Sekula.
Good evening, congratulations. Our little scholarship is just, we fundraise, we sell pretzels, we sold a lot of pretzels, and we just give this to a graduating senior who also graduated from Springfield Township School and actually went from first grade through sixth grade at Springfield Township.
We never know who the recipient is until the Northern notifies us, and our teeny little school was lucky enough to have this student, along with a few other past Springfield alumni, visit us not so long ago. This young lady could always be found laughing and joking around or posing for a picture while on our many field trips, and I think I remember seeing her posing in front of at the Penn Museum, the whole China exhibit, because she loves Chinese food, and I don't know if she realizes who this person is yet, but what I remember most about her is her dedication and her tenacity to always do her best. We absolutely are thrilled to present our scholarship to this outstanding young lady who will undoubtedly have a shining future. The 2019 STEA Scholarship Award goes to Ms. Ava Wiener. Do you still like Chinese food? There are two scholarships for the Devaben Patel Memorial Award in Science and the Chodabhai Patel Memorial Award in Math, and they are each in the amount of $250, and they will be presented by Mr. Dalpat Patel and Mr. Chetan Patel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This year, my son will say a few words. He is a Northern graduate. He came from Maryland.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Chetan Patel, graduated class of 1987. So as someone said earlier, Dr. said, time flies. So I'm here along with my father, Dalpat Patel, my sister, Anjana, who's also with us tonight. Both of us, along with our other siblings and many family members, graduated from NBC. I still carry some of the great memories of when I attended 32 years ago. My father, Dalpat Patel, and my uncle, Magan Patel, started giving these awards in 1994 in honor of their late parents, Mr. Chotabai and Mrs. Devi Ben Patel. Mr. Chotabai was a school teacher back in India. He taught students from elementary to high school years. His tenure was 40 years. He provided a foundation for thousands of students in villages in India. He was a math genius and he demonstrated great passion for education. In honor of Chotabai and Devi Ben, I present Miss Anusha Keshareddy for the Science Award. And I also present Ms. Anusha Keshareddy with the Math Award. Congratulations, Anusha. We from the entire Patel family wish her a successful future. We also wish all the students and the award winners of the class of 2019 good luck. A quick word of advice: stay in school. It's a rough world out there. And don't feel bad if you need to move in with your parents. Good night.
All the best to class of 2019. Wherever you go, whatever you do, enjoy the life and keep our name alive.
The JBMDL Spouses Club scholarships, one in the amount of $3,000 and one in the amount of $2,000, will both be presented by Ms. Olga Dur.
Hi, my name is Olga and I am one of the advisors to the JBMDL Spouses Club. We just got here in July, so it's almost been a year. So the main criteria for our scholarship is you gotta be a military brat. So we don't discriminate, we'll take you from any service, but you do have to be a military brat. So our first winner is to Carson, Norway. And our second winner is to Anna Altweis.
The Columbus Home and School Association Scholarship. There are two of them in the amount of $500, and both will be presented by Ms. Sabrina Petrella.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here representing Columbus Home and School tonight. We're the parent-teacher organization for Mansfield Township School District. As a parent of a Northern graduate this year, I've been lucky enough to know these students since they were in kindergarten. I know that this award is much deserved, and for their wonderful examples of leadership and community service. It's my honor to present our scholarships tonight to Mansfield graduates, Michaela Brutnell and Thomas Breslin.
The Jacobstown Volunteer Fire Company Auxiliary Award in the amount of $500 will be presented by Ms. Catherine Gangarts.
Hi. Our award is given for community service. I want to tell you kids to always give back. No matter what you do with volunteer, if it's a little job, big job, or whatever, you will get so much joy, enrichment, knowledge, networking out of it. So give back, be it animal rescue, anything, but it'll pay off in the years to come. So I'd like to present this award to Dominique Doyle.
The Dr. Joseph Glickel Scholarship Fund in the amount of $500 will be presented by Mr. Ryan Collins.
Good evening, seniors. It's coming down now. End of the school year, going to college, Air Force, Marine Corps, first responders, physicians, chefs. All of that coming forward, all of it's going to be turbulent. Every single bit of it. But there will be light at the end of the tunnel. There always will be. Through those tough seas, no skilled sailor has ever mastered a calm sea. That doesn't make them skilled. But with the proper moral compass, good direction, and a stiff wind, you will get your destination to that horizon safely. So, hopefully I can give a small gust of wind to a Mr. Joseph Horton. Take care.
The Northern Burlington Band Booster Scholarships, there are 4 in the amount of $500, will be presented by Ms. Patty Yakubison and Ms. Jennifer Quinlan.
Good evening, everyone. Patty and I are delighted to be here to award the 4 scholarships for the band program. And for the first time that we've ever done this, one of our award winners actually is not here tonight, Mike DeVito. He's at his college orientation, so that's a very good reason why. Our second person we'd like to call up is Jahan Shandilia.
And the next recipient is near and dear to my heart. He's my second son, Kyle Quinlan. And our last recipient is also near and dear to our heart. We tend to watch him more on the field than our own children, David Hartway.
The North Hanover Township Education Association scholarships, 2 in the amount of $500, will be presented by Ms. Kathy Miller.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kathy Miller. I am president of the North Hanover Township Education Association. Many of you may remember me as the librarian at C.B. Lamb Elementary School. I am so proud to present these 2 scholarships this evening. The first goes to Davis Hallman. And the second to Anne Reed.
We have PTSC scholarships, 3 in the amount of $500, 4 in the amount of $125, and they will be presented by Ms. Maya Mojena and her son Matthew.
Good evening, everyone. Congratulations, class of 2019. It gives me great pleasure to represent our PTSC parent-teacher-student connection, along with my son Matthew, who's a freshman here at this wonderful school. Our recipients are members, their families are members of our organization, and they have also contributed a lot to community service in our district and surrounding areas. It gives me great pleasure tonight to award these 7 recipients of this wonderful Northern Burlington PTSC donations and contributions. This is the best night for us because we get to give back what all we have received from you in contributions and fundraisers are now given back as scholarships to our wonderful students. And Matthew will now announce the names of our winners. Thank you.
Christopher Ken. Anne Reed. Grace Nicosia. Anthony Mazakas. Becca Irwin. William Irwin. And Brianna McCann, who wasn't able to make it tonight.
The Mansfield Township Education Association Scholarship in the amount of $800 will be presented by Ms. Bonnie Hope.
Hello, good evening. I am currently Vice President of the Mansfield Township Education Association. I have a special dear group of these kids. They were my first class that I taught at Mansfield. And actually the recipient was one of my first students in kindergarten. So I would like to present a scholarship to Oscar Hugh.
The Burlington Mercer Chamber of Commerce awards, one for art and one for business, both in the amount of $1,000, will be presented by Mr. Bill Ryan.
Thank you. I want to say something to the superintendent. I want to say that my 3-year-old granddaughter knows how to use the phone better than I do. That's number one. Number two, by the time the contract runs out and you get to know the phone, you get another new one. And that's all different. So phones are tough. But they have a lot of knowledge in them. That's one thing that, if you think about it, anything you can ask the phone, it can give you an answer, which is great. So we have Burlington Mercer Chamber has 2 awards. One is for an art scholarship, and that's Charles Larkin. And one for a business scholarship, which is Brian Cooney.
There are 2 Mansfield Township Recreation Scholarships, both in the amount of $150, and they will be presented by Ms. Colleen Herbert.
Good evening. I want to say congratulations to all the graduates. Good luck to you on your future endeavors. A lot of good stuff going on with this class, I hear. So good luck to you. Before I present our 2 scholarships, I just want to take the opportunity to thank many of you in this room who have helped with our youth programs. They're volunteers. We can't get by without you. Parents, grandparents, even some of the kids. We thank you for everything that you've done to make our programs successful. I also want to thank Northern Burlington because we have a great partnership with them, and without their cooperation, there are a lot of things that wouldn't get done. So thanks to everyone for helping. I'm here tonight on behalf of the Mansfield Township Recreation Committee to present 2 scholarships. The scholarships are given to a young lady and a young man who have resided in Mansfield Township for a minimum of 6 years and have participated in one of our youth recreation sports programs for a minimum of 3 years. The recipients are also required to submit an essay explaining their experience while participating in their specific sports program and how they think being a part of a youth recreation program may benefit them in the future. In addition, the recipients must also have volunteered either in our youth program or in a Northern sports program. It is my pleasure to present the Mansfield Township Recreation Scholarships to Reagan Norwood and Trevor Jones.
The Chesterfield Township Historical Scholarship Award in the amount of $500 and the Crosswicks Community Association Citizenship Award, also in the amount of $500, will both be presented by alumni Danny Wolverton.
The Chesterfield Township Historical Society Scholarship requires that a student must reside in Chesterfield Township and have shown exemplary performance in history studies, and is presented to Mr. Perry Santos. The Crosswicks Community Association Citizenship Award charges a student to write an essay describing how their actions benefit others, and is awarded to Miss Grace Nicosia.
The James Boomer Walton Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 will be presented by the Walton family and Mr. Thaddeus Richards.
First, definitely didn't think I'd be this nervous when I got up here, but I really am. Second, this scholarship, obviously, nobody up here thought in a million years that I'd be talking about Boomer in a memorial sense. But I'm going to take a couple seconds up here to brag about my best friend and the best son, the best brother, the best person, the best human I've ever met. Boom was selfless. He was the type of person to brag about you before he bragged about himself any day of the week. He always wanted to brag about me, and I think that I hold that very near and dear to my heart. Those of you in the room that have had the chance to meet Boom, I know he left an imprint on your life. He had that type of personality that I was very envious of growing up. Any room he walked in, he just took it over because people were just so engaged by his smile, by everything about him. And I know this community would be so much better for years and years to come if he were in it. I know that me as a person, I'm better, 1,000,000,000 times better because I knew him, because he was my best friend. He opened me up to his family, and standing behind me are Dawn and Jim Walton, and they're some of the greatest human beings I've ever had the opportunity to meet. I can't stress enough the type of person Boomer was. He was a great man. The world deserved 100 more years of that man. With that said, today we're going to honor somebody that's I actually had the opportunity to form a relationship with through coaching football. And a kid that, much like Boomer, just has a very unique personality, I'll say. Something that, it was rough around the edges initially, I definitely will admit that. But if you get to know him and actually see the type of person he is, see how selfless he can be, you're automatically, you get that same feeling you do when you meet Boomer. With that said, the 2019 James Boomer Walton Memorial Scholarship goes to Joshua Edwards.
The Alice Bombera Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $413 will be presented by Ms. Kate DeMemo.
Good evening. It's a pleasure to present this award in honor of Alice Bombera. I had the privilege of knowing Alice Bombera since I was about 3 or 4 years old, so she was part of the village that helped raise me, and she got to know my family as my kids grew up in Crosswicks. Alice loved Chesterfield Township. She was the librarian at the Crosswicks Library for over 40 years. She loved the town, and she loved to let kids know and tell them how lucky we were to be in this township and how great of a place it is to grow up. So she's right. So I'm really pleased to be able to present this award. So the Alice Bombera Memorial Scholarship goes to Nicolina Zapley.
There are 3 $350 Northern Burlington Junior Greyhound Athlete Association Awards, and they will be presented by Ms. Lydia Norway and Ms. Stacy Arts.
Thank you all for allowing Stacy and I to make this presentation. We are both very involved in the Junior Greyhound football and cheer. Every year we present one football player and one cheerleader that has participated in our program with this scholarship. We are extremely honored to be able to present this year with 2 young men that I have watched develop over the last 9 years. They have both been extreme role models on and off the field, not only to my 2 sons, but the other boys in the community.
Our cheerleader recipient has dedicated countless hours to the Junior Greyhound program while instilling a love of cheer in hundreds of girls. Her hard work and dedication will be missed greatly, but her legacy will live on in little girls just like my own. With pleasure, we present this year's Junior Greyhound Awards to DeAndre Pearson, Nathan Rufinak, and Carson Norway.
The New Jersey School Buildings and Grounds Association Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 will be presented by Mr. Will McKee.
Good evening. I'm Will McKee, the president of the Burlington County Chapter and state committee member for the New Jersey School Buildings and Grounds Association, but most proudly the director of facilities here at Northern Burlington. This year's scholarship on behalf of the NJSBGA award winner is Miss Anusha Kashareddy.
The International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers Award in the amount of $4,000 will be presented by Mr. Brian Mulhen.
First, I'd like to say congratulations, students. We wish you the best. On behalf of the International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers, it's our honor and our privilege to give this award to Anna Reed.
Just a little bit of information about this award. Each year, the International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers puts on this competition. And this year, there were over 200 applicants all over the United States and Canada that applied for this scholarship. Only 16 were chosen. Congratulations, Ian.
The Impact Charity Services Lockheed Martin Military Dependent Scholarships, two in the amount of $5,500, will be presented by Ms. Judith E. Burr and Mr. Fred Jennings.
Good evening, everyone. The mission of Impact Charity Services is to support the career dreams of two groups of aspiring students. The first being students who are under the umbrella of social services and who have extremely reduced circumstances and resources. The second group of students, of course, military dependents, whose parent or parents work at the Joint Base, are those whom we are honoring this evening. As our principal has said, it is through the great generosity of our donor, Lockheed Martin, that we are able to offer these scholarships in the amount of $5,500. Our first awardee this evening is H.O. Martinez. And our second is James White. I'd also like to say that I'm another one of the alums about whom Dr. Saruta warned you, and in fact was an entering student here the very first day that the school opened. So this is evidence to you. I can promise you that the wonderful friendships and the fabulous talents that you have nurtured here will go with you for all your life. Congratulations to you. Go Greyhounds.
The Elks of Mount Holly Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 will be presented by Miss Betsy Price.
Hi, everyone. The best thing I can do here is to read exactly what's on this plaque, because it really has to do with what's going on with all of you now. With a sincere appreciation for your hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence, the Bruce Zeller Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Amanda Gonzalez. And the check's in her name.
The United States Air Force Outstanding Math and Science Award will be presented by Tech Sergeant Andrea Beckles.
Good evening. My name is Tech Sergeant Andrea Beckles. I am a recruiter assigned to Northern Burlington, and on behalf of my squadron, we would like to present Anusha Kishareddy for the Top Math and Top Science Award.
The United States Air Force Academy Preparatory School Award will be presented by Lieutenant Colonel Patrick Doyle.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure today to represent the United States Air Force and my privilege to present admittance to the United States Air Force Academy Preparatory School in Colorado Springs, Colorado. This admittance is the equivalent of a one-year full-ride scholarship at a top-tier college preparatory school. Next year, this cadet candidate will study math, English, science, and military history while participating in strenuous military training and athletic programs. Upon successful completion of the preparatory school, she will have an opportunity to be appointed to the United States Air Force Academy the following year. If appointed to the Air Force Academy, she will earn a Bachelor of Science degree in her choice of 27 majors and will be commissioned as a second lieutenant in the U.S. Air Force after successfully completing the 4-year academy program. So without further ado, on behalf of the Air Force Academy and Director of Admissions, I am pleased to offer Jenna Breeden admittance into the United States Air Force Academy Preparatory School.
The United States Army Reserve Athlete Awards will be presented by Sergeant Rebecca Schwarzenberger.
Good evening. Congratulations, class of 2019. I am honored today to be presenting the Army Reserve Fitness and Athletic Awards for male and female. This is so appropriate as not only being an alumni of Northern Burlington, but also running hills just 3 hours ago with our future soldiers of Burlington County. So without further ado, the male recipient is Joseph Campbell, and the female recipient is Catherine Diker.
the Army ROTC Scholarship in the amount of $240,000. It's not a typo. Will be presented by Captain Robert Ianni.
Good evening, parents, students, and friends. I'm Captain Robert Ianni, RTC instructor at Princeton University. And today I have the pleasure to recognize a very special student who will be attending University of Notre Dame on a 4-year Army RT scholarship. Her scholarship will cover tuition, room and board, fees, books, and even a monthly stipend. Lindsay Mitchie, congratulations.
The Rowing College at Burlington County Academic Excellence Scholarship for 2019-2020 goes to Melanie Reyes. It gives me great pleasure to award you the Rowing College at Burlington County Academic Excellence Scholarship for the 2019-2020 academic year. You are to be commended for being selected by Northern Burlington as our recipient in your achievement at Northern Burlington County Regional High School. The CWA Local 1032 Communications Workers of America Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 is awarded to Jill Shaw. The Timothy Greco Memorial Scholarship for a Mansfield resident in the amount of $2,500 is awarded to Kaylee McHugh. The Timothy Greco Memorial Scholarship for Computers in the amount of $2,500 goes to John Yakubison. The next scholarship is the Patricia Wendler Scholarship. Patricia Wendler was a teacher at Springfield Township, and regretfully she passed away way too young right after she retired. And this scholarship is the amount of $2,500, and it's awarded to Catherine Deeker. Heroes of October 12th is a scholarship awarded to a student who is the child of a police officer, firefighter, or EMT, or the student directly involved in these types of community services. The fall of 2001 was a very turbulent time in the United States, especially so in central New Jersey. The tragic events of September 11th were fresh on our minds. Just 1 week later, anthrax-laced letters were found in the U.S. postal system, some of which were mailed in nearby Robbinsville, New Jersey. On October 12, 2001, a reserve military policeman from Fort Dix went on a rampage. He shot 2 fellow MPs and sped off in a Department of Defense police car. Once off base, he shot a Chesterfield Township police officer in the back and commanded his patrol car. The crazed man then led local and state police on a high-speed chase down Route 206, ending at the Columbus Farmers Market in Springfield Township, where he took a hostage. The MP was surrounded by police, and fortunately the hostage broke free. In the ensuing shootout, a Mansfield Township police officer was seriously wounded, and the perpetrator was shot to death. This incident involved emergency personnel from nearly every northern Burlington sending district. We don't have to look far for our heroes. They're right here in our own communities. The Heroes of October 12, 2001 scholarship is dedicated to those brave police officers, firefighters, and emergency medical technicians who race towards danger when the rest of us would run the other way. The Pinelands Nursery is pleased to award this scholarship to Brielle O'Neill. The Springfield Township Home and School Association scholarships, 2 in the amount of $1,000, are awarded to Anthony Mazakis and Jennifer Guevara. The Ladies Auxiliary of Springfield Fire Company has awards $500 to Amanda Gonzalez. The Horizon Award in the amount of $1,000 goes to Marissa Malinowski. The Stuart Davis Music Scholarship in the amount of $250 goes to Jahan Shandilaya. The Irv Pallet Singing Scholarship in the amount of $250 is awarded to David Hartway. The Chesterfield Public Education Fund, Donna J. Van Veldhuizen, in the amount of $500 is awarded to Michael Quinlan. The Robert Cummins Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $250 is awarded to Carlos Santana. The Donna Don's Hair Salon Award in the amount of $500 goes to Angela Malinowski.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Mallory. I'm the Director of Student Services. I would like to, thank you. I would like to present the Columbus Grange number 58 award in the amount of $1,000 to Olivia Ivanko. The Chesterfield Township Education Association Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 goes to Aida Ingram. She's not very popular, so that's good. The Michael D. Burns Memorial Scholarship, Class of 1992, in the amount of $700 goes to Joseph Horton. The Burlington County Association of School Business Officials Scholarship in the amount of $250 goes to Isabella Oko. The Parker Farms Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $500 goes to Olivia Ivanko. The Chesterfield Ladies Auxiliary Hose Co. in the amount of $500 goes to Aida Ingram.
The Sonny Scholarship in memory of Ronald Andrew Hogus in the amount of $250 is given to Alexis Katz. The North Hanover Township Senior Citizenship Scholarship in the amount of $500 goes to David Hartway. The John Myers Passion for Math Award in the amount of $500 goes to Anusha Keshareddy. There are 4 scholarships, each in the amount of $500 for the C.B. Lamb PTO alumni. Garrett Ballinger, Dominique Doyle, Audrey Laban, and Carson Norway. The Chesterfield Elementary PTA scholarships are offered both in the amount of $500 to Olivia Jackson and Caitlin Purpose. At this time, I would like to introduce our Director of Curriculum and Instruction, Ms. Amy Stella.
Good evening. As we recognize students this evening for their grades and accomplishments relative to local standards, we also have an opportunity to recognize those outstanding students for national recognition. I'm proud to honor 2 students for perfect scores on SAT subject tests. SAT subject tests are the only national admissions tests where students choose the test that best showcases their strengths and interests. There are 20 SAT subject tests in 5 general subject areas. Each test is an hour long, all multiple choice, scored on a 200 to 800 scale. Some colleges grant an exception from or credit for a freshman course if a student does well on a particular SAT subject test. Congratulations to Anusha Keshareddy, perfect SAT Chemistry and Math Level 2. And congratulations to Jackson Singh, perfect SAT Math Level 2.
Our next presenter is Mr. Joe Coleman.
Good evening. Congratulations, class of 2019. I'm here to give an award for our AP capstone students. What I'd like to do is call them up, because there's a number of them, and then I'll explain a little bit about what that is. Brian Chikoki, Saloni Gadkari, come on up front, guys. Katie Perrone, Bhavya Fagat, Kyle Quinlan, Perry Santos, Jahan Sangil, Akshay Shivkumar, Jack Singh, Vani Singh, and Jack Yakubuson. Just a couple of words about what this group managed to do. So, the AP Capstone program is really a program, it's a two-year program about the nature of academic knowledge. We went in the spring of 2016, so think about that, 3 years ago with these guys, and we asked them if they wanted to get involved in a program which asked, what do human beings know? How do we know that? How can we challenge that? And then how can we expand on that knowledge? And as 15-year-olds, these guys said, yeah, that sounds good. And they signed up. Those are really daunting ideas to think about. And over the course of 2 years, all of them successfully navigated this program, all of the various tasks they had to do. One other challenging thing about that is, as teachers in the program, we're not allowed to give them direct feedback about how to correct things. So they all had to rely on each other. And one of the reasons why we have them up here as a group, because they accomplished all this as a group. It really was an amazing accomplishment. We were one of the first schools in New Jersey to have the program. And I have to say that we all went through this together. I was learning the program as we went. And I don't think without this particular group, that could have been accomplished. So I want to congratulate them. They've all been given a pin for them to wear at graduation that shows them completing the AP Capstone program. Congratulations, guys.
The next awards are entitled the New Jersey State Seal of Biliteracy. The New Jersey Department of Education State Seal of Biliteracy identified graduating high school students who were able to demonstrate proficiency in English in addition to one or more languages. Multiple states throughout the nation have implemented this statewide seal of biliteracy to acknowledge and reward hardworking bilingual and multilingual students. In January of 2016, New Jersey became the 15th state to implement a legislated statewide seal of biliteracy. By achieving the seal, students have demonstrated that they are able to speak, read, listen, and write in 2 or more languages as a high level of proficiency. This is the first year that Northern Burlington has awarded this seal of biliteracy. Would the following students please come forward? Rachel Enriquez for Spanish. Jenna Guevara for Spanish. Vani Singh for Spanish. Veronica Rouse for Spanish. Brian Smith for Spanish. Alyssa Salmeron for Spanish. Irishing Wang for Chinese. At this time, I'd like to present a Relay for Life award. Northern Burlington has hosted the Relay for Life event for 4 years now. Tommy Breslin has been very involved during most of those years. Tommy Breslin, please come forward. He regularly attended our 6 p.m. meetings after his games, meets, or practices, soccer in the fall, wrestling in the winter, and lacrosse in the spring. Very long and busy days. Tommy is very, very, very quiet, but very, very, very reliable. He's devoted to our Relay for Life program. He regularly took notes at meetings and shared the information with his teammates, and sometimes with me and Mrs. McDowell. My biggest regret with Tommy is that I never tried one of his walking tacos. I will miss Tommy next year and all of his support. Hopefully he will still join us for the Relay for Life next year. And our next presenter is Ms. Caitlin Mallory for the Blue and Gray Scholarship Award.
The Blue and Gray Scholarship is in the amount of $300 presented to Jasmine Jackson. Next presenter is Michelle Van Skyver.
The SACASH Scholarship was created several years ago by a group of Northern teachers when Northern lost a much-loved and respected colleague, Joseph SACASH. Today, the faculty, administration, and staff continue to contribute to the SACASH Scholarship Fund to memorialize all the Northern Burlington teachers who have passed away. Students do not apply for this scholarship. The faculty, administration, and staff nominate them. These nominations are based on the student's work ethic, attendance record, record of achievement, and potential for growth. This year, we are happy to be awarding 5 $1,000 scholarships to the class of 2019. This year's recipients are, in alphabetical order, Garrett Ballinger, Jenna Booth, Isabella Oko, Brielle O'Neill, and Zachary Shepard. Our next presenter will be Mike Hishak and Fatima McWilliams.
Okay, good evening. The Northern Burlington County Regional Teachers Association Scholarship Fund helps seniors pursuing a career in education. In order to apply, we ask seniors to write an essay about the things and people who inspire them, to embark on their endeavor to share on our fulfilling vocation, and to share with us their most inspiring stories from their tenure here at their high school. This year, we award 4 senior applicants a scholarship of $500 each. On behalf of the Northern Burlington County Regional Teachers Association, we wish all of you the very best of luck in your studies. This year's recipients are, they will be receiving their award from the teachers who inspired them. They are in alphabetical order: Catherine Deeker, Aida Ingram, Olivia Jackson, and James White. And the next presenter will be Christy Del Russo.
On behalf of the Student Council and on behalf of Mr. Del Russo and I, we would like to give these scholarships to our most helpful and best semi-officer and officer, Jenna Breeden and Nicolette Bullard. The next presenter will be Jeff Newman.
Good evening. I have the privilege of being the Northern Burlington Chapter Advisor of the National Honor Society. As, of course, you probably know, National Honor Society is all about academics, but we also very highly promote service at Northern Burlington as well as the academics. I want to start by giving the 2019 National Honor Society Leadership Award to our president, Derek Hubbard. So John Maxwell said, "A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way." That is Derek Hubbard perfectly defined. I first met Derek last year when he was a junior, and I didn't know him all that well. But now, as a senior, I have been fortunate enough to not only have him as our chapter president, but also in my AP Calculus class, my first period class, where he pays attention. He's been an absolute blessing in both manners. Derek has been a commendable leader. He has led with conviction and by example. He has supported all endeavors that the NHS has undertaken, and he has stuck up for the members who needed it, but he also did not shy away from reprimanding those who weren't participating fully. Not only does he inspire the members of the NHS to do their best, but he's inspired me to try to do my finest as the advisor as well. That's what leadership is all about. I will truly miss Derek's contagious personality and his enormous intellect, and I expect to hear great things from TCNJ, my alma mater as well. Congratulations, Derek Hubbard, this year's recipient of the National Honor Society Leadership Medal. We also have several scholarships to give to NHS members. All of these scholarships are determined by how many service hours and service points the members have accumulated throughout their junior and senior year. The number one person with the most service points, which is worth $1,000, goes to Brianna McKeon, but she could not be here this evening. The $500 leadership awards go to Nicolette Bullard, Rohit Narayanan, and Anne Reed. And we have six $200 awards that go to Oscar Hu, Derek Hubbard, Pat Lemansky, Grace Nicosia, Carson Norway, and Jill Shaw. And finally, the National Honor Society also supports the Kellyanne Maxwell Award. Kellyanne Maxwell was a student who had to overcome many different obstacles in her life to achieve academic success. So the NHS as well as the Maxwell family combined together to give a $400 scholarship to an applicant who has had to do overcome similar obstacles to achieve academic success. The winner this year of that award was named by Mr. Maxwell as being brave and articulate and very bright, and that is Catherine Deeker. And now I'd like to present Mr. David Taylor.
This storm is a nice crescendo for the next music award. Tri-M Music Honor Society stands for Modern Music Makers, and it also requires great high academics and, of course, an amazing music student. That equals Miss Vani Singh, $250.
At this time, we are going to begin with our department awards. And we are going to start with Captain Hoggs and the JROTC Award.
Will Erica Buscanera come forward? It has been a privilege to have this young lady lead the Northern Burlington Air Force Junior ROTC program during the summer of 2018 and the first semester of 2018-2019 academic school year. It's hard to really put into words the enormous impact that she has had on our program, but NJ 20171 is much stronger because of her. Since her first day as a unit commander, she's taken a proactive leadership role which ensured the smooth transition of our unit from a squadron to a group. Moreover, Erica's contribution over the school year, coupled with a stellar cadet staff, directly led to our unit being selected as a distinguished unit with merit in only its second year. During my tenure with Cadet Buscanera, she has always taken the initiative and is always challenging herself and the people around her. Simply put, Erica is a dedicated individual with everything that she is involved in. She has an unquestionable work ethic and is destined for great things in the years to come. Thank you, Erica. The next presenter is Mike Chora.
Good evening. Hey, before I present the English Award, I want to personally congratulate this class of 2019. I've seen a lot of classes come through, and there's been a lot of good ones, but you were my favorite. And I thank you for that, and I will miss you. All right. So the English Award. It is with great pleasure that I present the Senior Award for English to Madison Martinez. Madison has been in my English class for 2 years now, and I count myself blessed for that. Though let's be honest, she's a storm to be reckoned with. A tempest, swirling, full of worry, doubt, and stress. Madison is always busy with her overthinking, overachieving, smiling, laughing, obsessing over the smallest details, all the while showing a genuine concern for others. She's a lot to take, Madison Martinez. What I love about Madison is her passion and full commitment to whatever is the focus of her attack. She zones in like a cyclone. Her biggest target this year in AP English Literature and Composition class was a poetry analysis piece in which Madison memorized the poem A Primer for Blacks by the American poet Gwendolyn Brooks. This 65-line poem is more than 3 times the length set forth as a requirement for the assignment. In reciting it to the class, she did not miss a word. She owned the room, and the round of applause, as well as the high grade, was rewarding, but it was not the inspiration. Madison is driven intrinsically by something that is hard to define, but she has it. I only apologize to her family, who suffered through weeks of listening to her practice reciting the poem. The other thing I love about Madison is she chose this particular poem because of its message, which is that personal empowerment and unity are the best tools to fight against racism. Madison has the heart of a true civil rights activist. She's not afraid to speak up when she sees an injustice. And I first saw this quality during her junior year when Madison wrote an original satirical piece railing against racial slurs in school. I know Madison Martinez will take the world by storm, and it will be a better place because of her efforts. And so I'm proud to honor her with this award tonight. The next presenter is Michelle Van Skyver.
The Social Studies Department is thrilled to present Derek Hubbard with this honor. Derek is a bright young man who displays talent, passion, and integrity in and outside the classroom. His enthusiasm for history and politics is palpable. Derek is a student who asks thoughtful questions, recognizes trends and patterns, and draws connections between the past and present. He is also a kind, humble, and mature young man who treats his peers with respect. The Social Studies Department is proud of his accomplishments and congratulates him on receiving this award tonight. Our next presenter this evening will be Mr. Eugene Graff for Computer Science.
Good evening. Hey, hi. Just do it. If Bavia Fogat were a commercial brand in need of a slogan, that's the motto I'd recommend that he use. I know somebody's already using it, but Bavia's education is motivated by the same operative principle: learn by doing. If teachers didn't do roll call every day, they might never notice Bavia sitting quietly in the back row, constantly working on projects. There's a meme that we have hanging up on one of the bulletin boards. It depicts a computer scientist interviewing for a position with a company. The interviewer, clearly sitting in a position of power, leans forward from her desk and tells the interviewee that she'll hire him if they can define what deadlock is. To which the interviewee blithely responds, "Hire me and I'll tell you what deadlock means." Bobby is not the type to tell you what he knows, but if anybody is ever curious as to how much Bavius has learned, ask him what he's working on. Congratulations, Bavia Fogat. I'm here for one more. The winner of this year's Math Department Senior Award is Savnik Patel. Sovnik's mathematical prowess is simply remarkable. He has not earned a grade lower than 100 this school year, taking his second year of AP Calculus in addition to AP Statistics. While Sovnik is never the student jumping out of his seat with his arm violently flailing in the air, I know I can always count on him for a well-thought-out response to a very tough question when needed. More likely, he is quietly sitting in the back, mouthing the correct answer or holding up the correct number of fingers to show me he's got it. This quiet connection the two of us share is definitely an intricacy I will miss the most. While Sovnik's ability to problem solve and communicate mathematically are truly admirable, his humble and gracious nature are just as worthy of praise. I have enjoyed every step of this journey, and I can't wait to see what great things you accomplish in the future. Congratulations, Sovnik. Next up, Ms. Caroli.
I will be presenting the Biological Award. It is rare to encounter an upper-level biology student who not only excels in both AP Biology and honors human anatomy, but also demonstrates a genuine curiosity and drive to truly understand living systems, which is why Anusha Keshreddy is this year's Biological Science Senior Award recipient. Anusha has always asked profound, thoughtful questions about class content, exhibiting her grasp of biology while also pushing her teachers to be prepared to dive deeper. On more than one occasion, Anusha has presented us, her life science teachers, with inquisitive questions that, even after years of teaching the same subject, we have never been challenged with before. We have been humbled by Anusha's intellect, often having to consult multiple resources in order to find the answers to her inquiries. Anusha has never seemed to be grade-driven. Rather, she has a real passion for science that results in exemplary work and perfect performances. It is a joy to have a student such as Anusha because her enthusiasm and determination inspires the students around her as well as her teachers. We are positive that Anusha is going to be a superstar in whichever field she chooses to pursue. She is going to stand out to her peers, teachers, professors, and future colleagues. Congratulations, Anusha. Our next presenter is Mr. Michael Hishak.
Congrats, seniors. Looking forward to seeing you at graduation next Tuesday. This year's winner of the Senior Physical Science Award is Jenna Booth. She is really good with numbers, so let me give you a few numbers about her. Jenna has taken 5 courses in our department, 4 of which were at the AP level, each with a different teacher. She crushed 2 of those exams last year and is still awaiting the results of this year's exams. By the way, the scores come out Sunday, July 7th, 8 a.m. Set your alarms. In her non-existent free time, she also silks for honors chemistry this year. One of my colleagues describes Jenna as brilliant, authentic, and humble. Another colleague calls Jenna the consummate professional, someone who never submits less than her best. I couldn't agree more. Jenna is naturally talented in the sciences, but she also works hard to achieve her high marks. Her work ethic was on full display when we were reviewing for the AP Physics 2 exam, and she came in every day with a list of questions to discuss. Jenna's determination and steadiness in her work habits are admirable. I wish these traits were clonable for all of my future students. Maybe I'll have to discuss that with my biology colleagues. Or maybe I can just discuss it with Jenna herself one day, as she plans on studying chemical biology. I do notice a certain branch of science is conspicuously absent from that title, by the way. Jenna, all of us in the physical science department are super proud of you. You have made each of our classrooms that much brighter with your presence, and we thank you for that. Have fun in college, and we can't wait to hear about your future endeavors. The next presenter is Dr. Jane Conover.
I'm going to present both the Chinese language and the French language, so bear with me. It's always a great pleasure to be at the Seniors Award Night to see our newly graduates and their great achievements, I would say. This is my third year here at Northern, and I have the pleasure of presenting this year's World Language Department Chinese Language Awards to, I'm going to bring back a familiar name, Catherine Decker. Come on, Christian. This young lady who received this honor tonight not only brings diligence, motivation, and dedication to the class, but also amazes me with her ready-to-learn attitude. Every day when she enters and leaves the classroom, she greets me with a courtesy bow with a big smile. And every day inside the classroom, she puts forward her best to learn the Chinese language. Her grade is wonderful, but aside from her academic performance, she also exhibits a loving heart to help others in need and continuously to show her care. I wondered if her patience and a huge sense of responsibility comes from being the oldest daughter in the Decker family. Not easy. She excels not only academically, but as a key member of girls' lacrosse team and a robust swimmer at Northern. Catherine is observant and thoughtful, responsive and reliable. She leads as a role model not only to her siblings and classmates, but to the young generation of her time as well. I will miss you greatly, Christine. You've been an absolute pleasure in my class during the past years, and I'm confident that you will continue to succeed in whatever you do in the future. Great job, Christine. The next award is going to be the World Language Department French Awards for the senior. The time had come for your farewell, and it is the time for me to get used to a class without Kelly McHugh. I have known Kaylee since her freshman year, then her sophomore year, and then she couldn't take it in her junior year, but this past September, it was the biggest surprise to see again her name on my roster. I was so excited and happy to see Kaylee join the French full honors class during her senior year. Unlike some other students who would prefer an easier year at the end and opt for simpler electives, Kaylee signed up for a very demanding and challenging course. Harder yet in her situation when she missed an entire year. Despite all these hurdles, Kaylee had made a quick adjustment and impressive comeback. Kaylee is my superwoman in this class. She's super diligent, super conscientious, super independent, and super determined. She's super amiable and has a great cheerful personality. Kaylee showed an incredible growth and maturity in French language. She is a high achiever and a scholar. When Kaylee enters the classroom, everyone can feel the uplifting energy that she brings in with her. Kaylee is a tactful leader when working cooperatively in small groups. I was very proud of her. I realized her potential at the time and how much of an asset she would be to my classes. Kaylee often demonstrates her interest in the French heritage and culture. She visited Quebec and shared what she learned with our class. I'm truly lucky to have known Kaylee all these 4 years, and I will miss her very much next year. Kaylee, I wish you the very best. You are incredibly an outstanding and amazing student. Bonne chance et mille félicitations. Let's welcome our next presenter, Mrs. Fatima McWilliams.
I have the pleasure of having Perry Santos, aka Pedro, as my Spanish language award. Pedro was in my Spanish 2 class as a sophomore and in my Spanish 4 class this year. Ever since we met, I knew that he was a very special person. He has all the qualities anyone would want in a student and more. He deserves recognition for his hard work, determination, and dedication. He has a great personality. He's always willing to help his classmates, and he never stops trying to achieve success. His grades are wonderful, but aside from his academic performance, he has a strong work ethic and strives towards excellence every day. Perry's enthusiasm towards learning is evident every day in my class. He's eager to learn and also has a willingness to share his experiences and accomplishments with others. He has proven to me that even if he didn't understand fully the material at first, he's dedicated enough to achieve understanding. He has a great command of the Spanish language, and he's determined to use it as much as possible. He will truly be a success in whatever he pursues. I hope that he continues to study Spanish and uses it because he does an amazing job. I feel very confident that Perry will be successful in all of his future endeavors. He's highly motivated and determined young man, and he has been an absolute pleasure to have in my class. I am very proud of him, and I'm going to miss him very much next year when he goes to George Washington University. The next presenter is Suzanne Stan.
The award for Agri-Science is presented to Alex Bahoney. Alex has shown a genuine interest in learning agriculture over the last 4 years. He has participated and done very well in the Turf Grass Management Career Development Event Competition and also in the classroom. He has also helped contribute to the growth of our FFA chapter and organized a fundraiser to support the chapter. Alex has developed a healthy appetite for hard work and a real passion for agriculture. He works with his father at Animals and Gardens Unlimited in New Egypt, formerly New Egypt Agway. He is an intelligent young man who has a strong work ethic and has proven that he can succeed in anything he sets his mind to. Over the past few years, he has sharpened his knowledge and technical skills as well as his understanding for agribusiness. I can say that I had him in 2 classes when I started last year, and coming in the middle of the year, he was a great person to have as someone to help you out in the classroom. So I'm proud to award the Senior Ag Scholar Award to Alex Bahoney. Congratulations. I'd like to introduce our next presenter as Matthew Conowitz.
Good evening, everybody. How are your hands feeling? A lot of clapping, a lot of applause. Clearly, we're in very good hands with this graduating class. Proud of you guys. And so first, I'd like to present the Applied Technology Materials Award to Alex Bahoney. It's rare to find, and this is on behalf of Mr. Johnson, it's a rare find to have a student who both takes the 21st Century Life and Career Skills course seriously and can enjoy the fun parts of the course too. Alex is one of those rare finds. He has proven himself in Graphic Design 1, Tool and Machine Technology, Manufacturing and Design Technology, Construction and Design Technology. He is consistent and meticulous, but also enjoys the odd craftsman videos I share with the class. He holds his work to a high standard and does not flinch when given constructive criticism. Alex is always respectful and routinely ready to ask the best question a teacher can hear. I'm done early, what can I do next? This and other thoughtful questions, along with his work ethic, are why Alex is so deserving of this award. We wish you all well in the future, Mr. Johnson. The next award I present is for engineering to Sarabjit Thin. So this is on behalf of Mr. Dolan, his engineering teacher. Sarab has shown true dedication to academic practice in the engineering lab. His technical skills are challenged every day in both Engineering 2 and the Honor Senior Technology Capstone Material Design and Engineering course. Sarab participated in the state conference for the Technology Student Association in April at his future alma mater, the College of New Jersey. He and his teammates participated in the animatronics competition in which they crafted a functioning robotic tiger to bring awareness to endangered species. Sarab is also in the process of crafting a clock using a microcontroller as part of his capstone senior project. In addition to working with the electronics and one end of his endeavor, Sarab has also put his woodworking skills to use in the design and build of his clock's wooden case. Sarab has shown his technical skills and his ability to work as a key player in a team setting in all of his technical classes here at Northern Burlington. We in the Applied Technology Department are proud of his accomplishments and look forward to hearing about his inevitable success at TCNJ. Congratulations. Next up with the Art Award, Ms. Taryn McGee.
The Senior Award for Two-Dimensional Art is presented to Charles Larkin. Over the past 2 years, I've had the honor of being his art teacher. He has distinguished himself as a dedicated individual with phenomenal talent and a strong work ethic. Charles is an exceptional leader, positive role model, sincere, kind individual. His artistic style is so unique and original. From the moment I met him, I've been impressed. Not only is he an accomplished student earning high grades throughout all his AP classes, but he is one of my top AP students. Being a member of the National Art Honor Society, he keeps very busy. As an AP Art student, Charles was required to complete a coherent body of work. His photorealistic style of portraits are simply captivating. He was required to complete and submit 24 pieces of art for the AP Studio Art exam, which he worked countless hours on. When Charles was a junior, his painting was recognized and it received honorable mention. It was selected to be in the Teen Art Smithville Mansion exhibition. This year, his skills increased even more, and as a result, his triptych called Women of the 50s was chosen to be exhibited at the Burlington County College Teen Arts Festival. While there, it was judged as excellent to be included in the highly selective Smithville Mansion exhibition, and from there was selected to continue at the highly distinguished New Jersey State Fair art competition. I couldn't be more proud of his accomplishments this year. Congratulations. And the next presenter is Kim Ballinger.
The 12th grade business award recipient is Brianna McKeon. Brianna has demonstrated a high level of proficiency and application of the concepts in Accounting 1. Her ability to analyze and apply at an advanced level has allowed for Brianna to achieve an almost perfect grade. This achievement shows that she is ready for advanced studies and as she moves on to the collegiate level. Brianna has been a role model in class, specifically helping her peers. She is very disciplined in her academics. She approaches each topic with vigor and initiative. She has demonstrated a level of maturity that is rarely seen in high school. Brianna is not afraid to take a risk and is generally the leader in class. Brianna's academic achievements are rivaled by her personal accomplishments. She embodies all the traits we look for in a student. It is my pleasure to present the Business Senior Award to Brianna, who couldn't be here tonight. The next presenter is Mr. Dave Taylor.
The 12th grade choral award goes to Miss Abigail Lippincott. Abigail has been my student for the past 4 years, and in that time I have had the pleasure of teaching her in the chamber choir, the chorale, the musical, and in marching band. When I first met Abigail in chamber choir her freshman year, she was already a leader and had such amazing pitch for a student her age. I figured she already had vocal lessons and had been studying for a few years. That was not the case. She's just naturally talented. For the past 4 years, Abigail has been a section leader in all of my choirs. Abigail has auditioned and made the All-South Jersey Choir and the New Jersey All-State Choir for the past 2 years. Abby was one of 2 students that made it into the All-Eastern Chorus and performed in April at the NAFME East Conference in Pittsburgh, PA. Something I did not accomplish. Bravo. I'm so jealous. One of her many other hidden talents that Abby has is her ability to sing in perfect pitch. Whenever we need a pitch to be sung in the start of a piece, I can count on Abby to help me find it for the choir. Abby will be attending Rowan University as a music therapy major. When you sing, it's already therapy for all of us to hear. I have to add something really quick. I'm so honored because Abby, her parents were students of my father at Rowan University, well, Glasser State back then, so it's kind of come full circle. Whether it is performing in the chorale, performing in marching band, representing our school in extracurricular activities, Abigail has been such an important part of our program for the past 4 years in high school. Thank you for all that you have done for me and our music program at NBC. Next, we'd like to invite Mr. Sean Linder.
This year's recipient of the Instrumental Music Senior Award is Jahan Chandelier. This year's recipient of the Instrumental Music Award has played an integral part in almost every aspect of the Instrumental Music Department in Northern Burlington. During the school day, he was a bass player in the wind ensemble. After school, he was a tenor sax player and a section leader in marching band, and the bass player in the jazz ensemble, where he was a featured soloist this year. He was a key part of the group making it into the NJAGE state finals this year. He was also a member of our jazz combo that performed at the Teen Arts Festival, and he played for the high school musical this year. I have known this student for the past 4 years and honestly could not think of a more deserving person for this award. He has truly left his mark on the instrumental music program and will be missed next year. I'd like to introduce our next presenter, Miss Jennifer Huckleberry.
It is with great delight that I present the Senior Award for Theater to Benjamin Porter. Ben joined our theater family just last year upon moving into the area. He immediately became active in the theater classes and clubs. Seeing the way he so naturally connected with the other actors and jumped right into working diligently, you would think that he was a part of our team his entire high school career. He always goes above and beyond what is asked of him in both his play production class and directing class. This year, Ben portrayed John Brooke in the fall play Little Women, and in the spring musical Jesus Christ Superstar, he played the role of Pilate. During the rehearsals for musical, he would often fill in for the actors who were absent, which helped to keep the momentum progressing forward. I'm pretty sure he knew every song, and honestly could probably pull off every part quite well if the opportunity presented itself. Ben, thank you for always going the extra mile or two in the class and within our theater clubs. Your positive attitude and great work ethic are all I could ever ask for in a student. I almost forgot. Our next presenter is Mr. Matt Pona.
The 12th grade Scholars Award for Video Production is presented to Joseph Skelza. Come closer. Good, you make me look taller. Of all the benefits teaching offers, being able to form close bonds with your students is one of the most rewarding. It is also one of the most difficult in that you spend 4 years getting to know a student only to see them leave. For me, it is especially difficult because of the dependence I develop on my students in a professional context. Our top students tend to transcend the student label and become more like junior producers. We give them significant responsibility and autonomy, and they become an integral part of the operations of Northern TV. And Joey is no different. For the past several years, he's been such a vital part of what we do that he will be extraordinarily difficult to replace. He's been the rare instance of a student whom I feel 100% confident in to get something done and to get it done well. I know that when I assign him to a task, that he will take off running and put forth his best effort, and has been evident many times to deliver professional quality work that exceeds expectations. Any football players, lacrosse players in here? All right? You guys, those videos he did, right? Let's hear it for that. Those were dope, man. When I needed help doing some work for the football team, Joey was there. When multiple sports wanted game football footage or highlight reels, he got it done. No matter the occasion, band concerts, award presentations, photo shoots, I mean, he's even working right now. Joey accomplished it. Despite his busy schedule, the breadth of a project's requirements, or how much he wanted to succumb to the sedentary temptations of senioritis, all of you, Joey has been as capable, talented, and accomplished as any student we've had, and I'm confident that he will continue this trend as he moves forward to the next stage of his life at my alma mater, Rowan University. Teaching, like many things in life, is to some degree fleeting. School years start and end, students come and go, but as stated earlier, it is the close bond that makes this job really worth it. And it has been a true honor for me to have Joey as a student, and it has been an honor to have Joey as a Silk. It has been an even bigger honor to have Joey as a co-producer, and I look forward to what that relationship will bring moving forward. Are we going again? Congrats, man. Thanks, man. And now our next presenter, Mr. John Barbadoro.
Good evening. It gives me great pleasure to present this year's Health and Physical Education Award to Nathina Wright. The Health and Physical Education staff always looks for an individual who puts forth his or her best effort every day. It is also very important that they are always prepared for class, demonstrate positive leadership skills, and are a role model for other students. Nathina has consistently demonstrated through participation in both health and physical education activities a commitment to excellence. Her competitive spirit combined with good sportsmanship and a great attitude has set her apart from the rest of the class. Not only did she exemplify all that was mentioned, she did so with a smile on her face. She contributed to the class with a positive attitude and willingness to enthusiastically engage in any task that was asked of them. She's an all-around great student and one that we are proud to choose as our award recipient. Again, it gives me great pleasure to present this year's Health and Physical Education Award to Nathina Wright. Our next presenter is Dr. Daniel Uzaki.
Good evening. Congratulations, class of 2019. Yeah. I feel like the newscaster at like 3 o'clock in the morning right now. So first thing I want to do is I just want to introduce the recipients of the Samuel Smith Bill Soccer Scholarship. If we could have Christian Hurt, Joseph Campbell, Davis Hallman, and Brian Cooney, come on up. And then last but certainly not least, our coaches throughout all of our 100 plus programs vote on 2 athletes every year that they want to give this token of appreciation from the athletic department. You know, there really is no criteria. It's just kind of, you know, something that they feel within their hearts. You know, there are so many kids. This is actually the most voting that we've ever had and the closest that we've ever had. So I just want to bring up 2 special individuals. Aida Ingram. And Mr. Joseph Woods. I feel like the theme all night has been like life is quick, don't blink, etc., etc. I just wanted to take the opportunity to let you guys know, Dr. Saruta, when you first started here, I was watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, watching Saturday morning cartoons, so I was 12 at the time. But you know, with these guys, I was actually thinking about this with this class. This is a special class. I mean, I heard Dr. Lopez earlier tonight mention 9/11. These guys were born, you know, when 9/11 was happening. These guys were born when the Enron bankruptcy thing happened and Wikipedia was launched and iPods were first released. You know, I say iPod now and these guys correct me and say, you mean iPad? You know, this is when the Napster controversy was going on. You guys think Napster is a drug that helps you go to sleep. You guys know what it is, right? You know, and then like, you know, I'm just thinking about the future and what it's going to be like 18 more years from now, you know, where you guys will be, you know, where will the class of 2037 be? So, you know, I just kind of looked up some quick things and, you know, I found some interesting things. Like in 2037, there's going to be no more gasoline products. Wires will not exist. Everything will be wireless. You know, paper currency will no longer exist and 80% of all vehicles will be either flying or hovering. I tried to find out what the other 20% was and some smart guy in the comments section said, how are you going to mow your lawn? So I guess that's the other 20%. You know, and in 2037, I'll still be asking my kids how to turn on the TV. So don't forget about your parents 18 years from now. You know, but Aida and Joe, you guys have given a lot to this program. Aida, I will miss your voice. I'm sure, I hope you come back and cheer on the teams. And for those of you that don't know, when Joe's not, you know, playing football and playing basketball, he's on a softball field dressed up as the Greyhound. I just thought that was so awesome. So congratulations, Aida and Joe. And now for Dr. Lopez with our closing remarks.
Okay, can I get a quick pic of you guys? Come on. Real quick. I got you. Thank you. Listen, tomorrow is yearbook distribution and senior carnival from 6 to 8. The weather's supposed to be way better than tonight, and it's free, okay? Please remember, anybody who got medals tonight, those beautiful pins for AP Capstone, you wear all of that at graduation, okay? Just a reminder real quick, Tuesday when we have practice in the morning, I need to see your caps. So bring them with you. It is no longer raining, I think, as hard as it was, so please have a very good night. Thank you so much for coming. You guys are great and you deserve all of this.